Hello guys, this is Jetfire for you here, back again with another review. This time I'm doing a review of the 1 to 48 Real Robot Revolution Layzner. And it's it's model number. Well, it's like I forgot what these called. But I'm not sure what these are actually called in this series. Like typically Mecha has a name to it, but its brand name is SPTLZ00X. This is a really fun kit, actually. I generally had a bunch of fun with this guy. All you see here is colors. The exceptions being the cockpit, the blue on the cockpit. These pieces are stickers you have to actually apply. They're not too bad. They stick generally all right. There's actually wire slides for the cockpit. The control panel, but the only problem with that is it's kind of hard to get on there, and I broke them. That's nothing. You also get an extra seat. This seat actually has well, I can't really see it due to reason, but it actually has like seat belts on it because the pilots in here. One sec, let me just take them out. The pilot in here, he wears seatbelts when he's in there, which makes generally sense. That guy can go in and out of there, of course. Actually, I'm just gonna take him out for now. It also comes with two miniature statues. One of the main character. Another of, I think this is another character that's like a side chick. Sorry guys, the view is really bad. Yeah, the cockpit, it opens by just folding it back. It's pretty easy. And this guy actually comes with a gun, which is called, actually, from what I know, is the LDR 00R lasered rifle, which I really don't know much about Layzner, but I love the designs. But this is a pretty neat rifle. I gotta say, it's pretty simple but fun to build. It fits relatively alright in the hands. It's ish. Actually, no, it doesn't. I remember. Yeah, when you first get it, it's pretty good of a fit. But after a couple times of use, it just will not stay. That won't. It's like a struggle to put it in the hand. But when you get it in there, it looks pretty good. But you have to put it to the side too. It will knock into the arm. Because that's. If you can tell, for plastic, that happens a lot. For plastic colors, you have clay green, this light purplish blue, normal blue, white, of course, red, of course, gray. Oh yeah, I also have red. How can I not point that out? It's one of the prevalent colors in this. I won't warn you guys though is, I did screw up on one thing. There's supposed to be like a gray piece that goes like behind here. I unfortunately forgot to take that off the runner before I threw it away, and I didn't realize till a week later that I had taken the part off. And construction-wise, this guy was pretty phenomenal. He was really fun. It's really simple, and the legs especially were extremely fun. Like this is one of the most fun models I've ever built. It has like inner frame right here, so there's some neat detail alongside on their side. It's like a peg and a plug and peg and a tab. That's how it works. The same for both sides. That's how they attach on. And this guy has some of the most solid ball joints ever. Like, you will not believe. He comes with a backpack, which is removable, which probably has to do some of the series, which may or not have been like an additional pack swaps, kind of like the Strike Gundam or the F90. But I think it ended up being like kind of like pseudo MSV or like unused designs, because I know there's like a Layzner Mark II and there's a grenade pack. I looked it up. He comes with like around 3 weapons. I'm gonna show off the weapons first, of course. The weapons are one of these Cav missiles. They transform via just a simple flip out, and they shoot off from the backs and the thighs, which is neat. They're neat, they're simple, but they're not much to care for. Of course, the next thing would be the knuckle shots, which are these things right here. From what I know, they're basically like electric, like kind of like electric knuckles, so you can just punch people. Just shorted out the suit. From what I know, yeah, I'm gonna be using from what I know a lot in this review. And they actually go through like you see how there's a pipe? It's because it's like you attach a pipe into here and you slot it into here and it feeds through and it sticks through. It's long enough so that it doesn't fall out through the most longest, but unless you like take off the hand, of course, it won't fall out. Shoot. He of course has his gun too, which actually has a bit of a storage, because this moves up and down, this moves up and down, and this moves back, but that's for storage. Because if you come on the back, you take this piece, which is on a slide, so you can basically just slide into there. I like to just flip it around. I like to just get it flipped around, and so I can just do this. Ah, shoot, I forgot. Yeah, I can't do it. I thought I could do it earlier. I swear I could have. Generally the color separation is really good. There is actually just pretty much everything's color accurate. It just is so much fun too. Now, of course, let's get into articulation. The head can move up this far. Well, there's like a hinge at the top, so it can move up this far and down. There's actually I'm not sure if this is a peg or a ball joint. I think this might be... No, I think it's a peg. Yeah, so it can sort of go side to side. Is this a... Yeah, it's a ball joint, as you can see. Which allows it for a little bit of better movement, but it is admittedly a little bit limited due to reasons. Something interesting about the arms is you actually construct them and you just plug them into here, which allows them to do 360. This, of course, is a separate piece, so it can move up and down. So basically, the arms can move out that far. But when you move this up, well, actually, no. So normally the arms would be this float, so that piece helps it move it up a bit more. Not much, but still does something. These pieces can, of course, move up and down. Real quick to the backpack. This moves up and down. These are on ball joints, so they can do whatever they want. For a second, I broke it. Like, oh no, no, it's just a piece. That's how they're plugged in. Ah, crap. There's a 5 swivel at the top, and there's it's a single jointed elbow, but it's effective. It does what it does. The hands are on ball joints, as well as a hinge, so it can just go like that. With these, and of course, all the fingers are individually jointed. But I am personally never been a fan of ball jointed fingers because they usually are a mess. And of course, there's the front skirts move sadly not that far, even if it's for this much, but that will hinder action parts. The side skirts are actually pretty good, where they move out fairly well, but they do collide to the front skirt. The back skirt actually moves fairly well too. These hips are on I can't really see it. Are on super good ball joints. Like, these are the most solid ball joints ever. Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention, this guy has a waist swivel. Unfortunately, no ab crunch, but that's just due to the construction of the kit. They can move out. Shoot, I'll be right. Okay, I'm back now. What happened was I was applying too much pressure. Actually, the waist is not on a peg. It's actually on a ball joint, but it's not the most effective. Of course, the legs can move out. Not that far, but that's because of the front skirt, but truly can move out this far. It's on a really solid ball joint, for example. Actually, the knee joint is weaker than the ball joint, which is something you don't see often. And, like, dude, it just did it again. That ball joints are super solid. So much so that just moving them just causes the figure just to detach. It has a decent knee bend. It's double jointed, so first joint will get you that much. The second joint gets you that much, so more than 90 degrees bend, which is decent for what it is. The knee joints are kind of interesting. All the knees are interesting because it's there. If you move one of these, you see here there's a ball joint and there's a hinge, so it really helps out. So for a ball joint, it goes pretty well. It just does what a ball joint does. It has a decent knee hinge joint, which allows it to do some extreme poses, I guess. If you're into that, I guess. Of course, these move up and down because, yeah, it's typical. And generally, I know it may look a little messy, but that's because I've had this guy for a while and I messed with him a bit. But he's a really fun figure, I'll have to say myself. Especially if you're not reviewing him. Because he's so much more fun when you do that. And you're not reviewing him, because when you're messing around with him, he's so much fun. And before I go, there's actually... Sorry for that, someone was walking through. Well, there's one last thing you can do. This is called the VMAX system, which generates a magnetic barrier to make it faster and somewhat invincible. You basically fold these up, go to the back, you pull these out a little bit, then you hinge these out to reveal vents. It's hard to get that because of the light. Yeah, it's there. Do the same on both sides. I think he pushed these down. I'm not sure about these though. I know these come up. It's basically like releasing from what I know, it's like basically releasing all Layzner's energy all at once. There's actually some great detail in there. You basically all fold all these up, and this is the VMAX mode, which is like I said, a barrier slash mode to make it much more faster and invincible, essentially. It's a neat thing. It's a tiny transformation. Not too... It may be really important in the story. It probably is, though. I definitely do plan on watching this sometime. So, do I recommend this guy? Of course I do. This guy was a really fun kit. It's definitely going to be a new experience for anyone who builds it. You will definitely be surprised by how good quality of the kit it is. It just generally is... it's so much fun. The legs in particular were so much fun. Everything about the kit is fun. Let me just put it that way. The joints may wear out eventually, but overall the kit is so much fun in the long run, I must say. It says as I had to mingle around with this thing. Yeah. Just, if you guys can, just pick this guy up. I really do. Either one, there's an other kit that's like a new Layzner, which is like a couple bit of differences, because I believe it's like an upgrade in the show. I'm probably right. Size comparison wise, here is rating. And rating is a pretty good figure too. I'm not sure if I'll review them. If you guys want me to review rating, please comment below. Here's a high grade unit, Blue Destiny, who's failing to stand up because the joints, because the ball joints are not flat. Who's also a recent high grade. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have that too. So anyway, guys, my overall opinion is pick this guy up if you can. He goes around relatively, or not too much. He goes for around 400 yen. 400 yen, which I gotta say is definitely justifiable. There is inner frame throughout this guy, which is also really fun to build. Overall, guys, detail is great. The build is fun. The figure itself is great. It's a shame nobody has reviewed it or talked about it that much. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it today. So, anyway, guys, this is Jeff48 signing out. See you guys.